The moment poor people get money, they spend it. The moment rich people get money, they pause. Same money, different reaction. And that reaction decides who stays trapped and who eventually walks out. Most people think money problems are from low income. That's only half the truth. The real problem is what people do after they get paid. Because money doesn't disappear by accident, it disappears by habit. Think to yourself, what do you do when you get money? Alright, let's say even $50. What do you do when you get $50? There's two things a person might do. One thing is that if someone randomly found $50 off the street, they'll just save it. Second thing, that person will go shopping, maybe for some food, maybe for some snacks, maybe for some clothes, gaming things, anything. They'll go shopping. These are the two things you would do, right? Out of one of these two. But this is what the poor and middle class people think. What if I told you that there's a hidden rule? There's one rule that silently divides the people into classes. Some people use money to buy things that pay them back. Others use money to buy things that drain them. That's it. Not intelligence, not luck, not hustle. And this is where the money goes. But you must be thinking, what? What do you mean buy things that pay them back? Right? Let me tell you. Let's keep it stupid simple. There's two things which we can buy in this world. Two things. There's an asset and there's a liability. What is an asset? Well, in simple terms, an asset is anything that puts money into your pocket, and liability is something that takes money out of your pocket. Let me tell you some examples. Stocks and crypto. If you invest into them right, they're making you money, right? An asset, they are. A job is an asset. A house is an asset. Now I'm joking, and house is a liability. But why? Just a separate thing. Let me tell you. A house is a liability because it does not make you any money. It takes money, electricity bills, gas bills, and stuff. It takes money. House is a liability, but a lot of people think it's an asset. Upgrades of lifestyle, like a new car, these are not assets, these are liabilities. Real estate you buy, but you put someone on rent there. That is an asset. Now, I don't care how expensive it looks. I don't care how cool it looks. If it drains you, it's a liability and you should not buy it. And here lies the middle class trap. The middle class is the most confused group here. They earn just enough to feel successful, but not enough to stop worrying and actually be successful. What do they do? They earn like about the $50. Let's say you earn $50. They're gonna copy rich looking behavior without rich decision making. They finance comfort, they lease validation, they rent status. They will try to do something which will make them higher status in society. Oh, look at her, she has a new designer bag. Oh, look at him, he got that Louis Vuitton shoes or something. People want to get accepted by society. That's why they spend their money on this useless things. And every single raise, every single thing means better looking lifestyle upgrades depth. Now this is called lifestyle inflation. The moment income goes up, the moment you buy something, the expenses chase it. Like you buy, like you get a raise. Let's say instead of you get paid $1,000 per month, now you get paid $1,500. You will start thinking, oh, thank God, my expenses, my financial problems will finally end because of this raise. But no, you know why? First thing you do, you get a new house, you get a new phone, then you get a new car, new habits. This is not asset growth. You see, you are just buying more liabilities. These liabilities will put more debt on you, and you'll just be stuck in the same hole as you were before the raise. However, if you spent your money on assets, if you bought a new place and gave it on rent, that rent will be making you even more money. You understand? Instead of buying a new car, you invested it in stocks or crypto. Then they will be making you money instead of the new car, which just makes you look fancy. Instead of fancy rich, you'll be rich rich because more that. But you know what rich people do? They put more money in, and what they get more money out. What middle class people do, they put more money in and get no money out. They just feel good. And this is why this feels normal. And because people defend it. Everyone doesn't know this truth. So everyone is doing the same thing around them. Because of everyone doing the same thing, that looks normal. Spending looks responsible when it's socially approved, whereas it's useless. But normal does not mean smart. Normal just means common. And common behavior creates middle class average life. You don't want to be common here. You want to be exceptionally rich, right? That's why you're here. The entire reason you're watching this video. If you made it up to the video so far, make sure to hit the subscribe button and make sure to turn on all notifications on when you know I've posted again. So here's back to the video. Here's why people defend it. It's normal. Now that looks normal when everyone's in it. If no one is spending on assets, no one's spending on assets, no. The people won't think, oh, we have to spend on assets now. It's not normal. So people don't do it. And then there's the ego problem. This isn't really a money issue, this is just ego. People don't buy liabilities because they don't know better. They buy them because they want to be seen as successful, seen as winning, seen as ahead of the other people. But ego is expensive and it charges interest. And here is the problem here. People wanna look better and be better, but you know what they're doing? They're just looking better. They aren't actually richer. They aren't actually better. But the rich people, they're gonna be spending money in assets. They won't look rich. They'll wear regular people clothes because the society doesn't matter. Society doesn't give a shit about you. It doesn't care. Okay. You have to get better on your own. And how do rich people move now? Now look at people who actually build wealth. When money comes in, what do? With the $50, they'll upgrade control. They won't upgrade life with upgrade control. They will buy assets. They'll buy things that produce. They'll buy things that scale. They'll maybe even invest in skills that compound. They stay boring on the outside while everyone grows underneath. There's no flex, no noise, just quiet accumulation. You see that? And that is what rich people do. But they understand one comfortable truth. Short-term pleasure kills long-term freedom. So they delay gratification. What is gratification? Gratification is short-term pleasure. You get money and you give it away. But you give it away by not as in give it away. You buy assets with that. But you won't do that forever. Just until assets start making something good, they start compounding, they start handling the bill. They let income producing things pay for comfort. And that's the difference. They won't say never. They say not yet. So this is the thing. Two people, same income, different mindset. One spends it to feel rich, while the other uses it to be rich. Now that's the difference. Fast forward 5 years. The first one is trapped by debts and commitments, while the other has options and he is free. Not because one worked hard, but it's because one kept buying freedom while the other kept buying appearances. So here's the rule to live by. Every time money hits your hand, ask this: will this make me more dependent or more free? If it increases dependency, delay it. If it builds leverage, prioritize it. And most people ignore this and keep upgrading comfort because comfort is just like a drug. You can't get out of it. A few will get uncomfortable and start building. One path feels good and one path feels good forever. So choose now. Do you want to look rich for a moment or be rich for real? And if this hit, you already know, hit the subscribe button and stop buying liabilities like they're assets.